April 16th, Saturday. Um, Compost maintenance. There's the red wiggler worms. They're both in the worm factory and in this bin here. Regularly I go through my food scraps, put them in here. Usually keep everything in a plastic bag so the flies don't get at it. So just emptying out basically all my compost, paper scraps, veggie, orange peels and apple rinds, and potato skins, and old banana peels, and anything that can rot, anything decomposes back into the soil. Those little worms will eat it and help it along, decompose it, break it down. So at that point, that's an old sunflower seed. At this point here, it'll rot, and the worms will come up and eat it. And I'll keep it covered. I have these blankets here. See those blankets I have hanging up? I kept it covered in the winter, and a small 200-watt heater below right next to them. And thermophilically, it was really warm when I opened it up, and there were a lot of worms. It was like I got twice as many worms this year as last year. I guess I'm doing something right. I think the year before it froze and a lot of them didn't make it. So what I did is I took the Coco Coir, which is the husk of the coconut. They're all ground up and compressed, dried in this brick here, and you mix it with water, and you get this, this fibrous kind of pasty. And then what I did after that was I scraped off the soil, because the worms, when they defecate, they leave a layer of soil, really good soil. So I've been scraping it out little by little, because the worms they run away from you. They run away from the light as you're scraping it. And I mixed it, half and half with this. So half of the worm castings and half of the Coco Coir looks like this. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to use this for starting seeds inside, because it's cold. So I was going to put this near the window, and have the cucumbers and carrots and peas and everything else grow out of this. Seed it, put the seeds in this. I've been mixing it up really good, so it's actually pretty well mixed. You can see there's no worms in it. Most of the garbage is, sort of separated out when I scraped it off. They eat it. Those worms really eat it when it decomposes, decays, and it turns into soil. So hopefully I'll have some good starters going, seeds, and then once I'll get them transplanted, into the pots, or I'll start them in the small pots and then I'll transplant them into the bigger pots later on. Because I don't really have a raised bed. I'm doing everything in containers as much as I can. It just seems to be easier to manage for me. That way, if I have to move on a short notice, I can load them into a moving van, take them with me, take the soil with me at least, So I'm not really building a big, huge. I don't have a lot of space either in my yard. So, plus the sun changes as the summer progresses to the fall. The pattern of the sunlight changes in my yard, so I can move the pots around as fairly easily, much easier than if I were to just have a raised bed. Then they'd all be kind of stuck in that one spot. Anyhow, let me know what you think. If you think I could be doing this a better way, or if you have some suggestions, feel free to leave a comment. Anyhow, hope everybody has a nice summer and gets a chance to get outdoors and do some gardening or hiking around, just enjoying the weather as it gets warmer.